Hey everyone, welcome to Airsoft Hollywood. So let's just go ahead and grab this real quick. This is what everybody's been asking about. Jeez, even with it being short, I'm still too close to the camera for this. It's not set up for this, but it's okay. We have a cannon sight, we have a scope, we got some doodads and goot-ups and shoe-bops and skibbies. I don't know. That's what happens when you become a parent. You just start making up your own language because you can't curse in front of your children. My brain is over there. Please go ahead and support the channel. This is Airsoft Hollywood. We're going to go ahead and talk about this new, beautiful Ares EMG hybrid sniper thingamabobble, EVO something or another. If you want to know more about it, we did an unboxing, but we are doing a series of accessories for this rifle, and this is the EVO. Is there any? They just got it. They messed themselves up by not putting names on the rifle. Like, I mean, even Nerf has always put like the name of the rifle on there. I realize these are replicas and they're using. I don't know. It's the EVO 2 EMG Ares sniper rifle. I'll put it in the title. But we're doing the accessories rundown of this, and we're starting out with the scope. So I'm doing a scope unboxing. So definitely support the channel. We're hanging on by a thread, and I love Airsoft. So enjoy. Usable for an indoor sniper. Like if you're gonna have an indoor setup, having candid sights, because you're not gonna have the hop up, just cranked up, and the BB's not gonna be arching, over hopping. It's a doable concept for a knife. So let's go ahead and open this up. So it's one of our optics. Hopefully this is gonna be an optic that gets to be used on this setup. So optics in the airsoft world are very controversial. Like a lot of people are like, oh, you don't need an optic. You really don't need an optic. And that's completely understood. Like you really don't need an optic. Like if we're being honest, you are 100% correct. We don't need an optic. Especially if you're running like a tracer or something, it's completely not needed. Right? So this is Feyachi or Feyachi. I never know how I pronounce Feyachi for a lot of people. This is a scope that was really popular during this holiday season. I've seen it a couple times. It's popped up. The zoom for scopes, unless you're really like using a significant FPS like the 430 plus FPS, you really don't need a scope. This is more of just checking off that aesthetic look, right? It's aesthetically pleasing, so I'm gonna go ahead and say like, hey, this is worth it to me. I personally like this, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it on there. So yeah, like I said, this is a let's go and open it up. A 2-7x32 time scope, really inexpensive, something that would be decent for the airsoft community. Something that I definitely think that if you want to spend a little bit more on a scope than getting some cheaper ones that are out there, then hey, definitely go for it. This is something that would be good. I off of the reviews, I'm feeling that it would be good. Off of the size, I'm feeling it would be good. The only thing I'm concerned about is the actual zoom of the scope. Like a 2-time scope is really kind of, in a way, it comes across useless. Unless you're getting that 1-time zoom all the way down to a 1-time, really you want a 1.5 at the you want that 1-time zoom where it's almost just like a red dot and it's acting as a reticle, right? That would be preferred. What I mean by that is like, this is like what I'm talking about. That 1-time, this is a 1-time aim sport that goes all the way up to a 4-time, and the reticle is actually going to be I don't even think you could see it in there, but it's going to be more of a red dot style. That's funny. Yeah, you can't even see it. The reticle is so fine in there, you're not going to be able to even see it. Yeah. But that's just like a more of a red dot style scope, but it does have a reticle. You know, this is going to be more a true crosshair style, simple cross that you're used to seeing style scope. It is kind of that, I would say, next notch price point, but it's a decent price point. I think I got this for like 50 at the time, but I got it because I like the blue and the kind of blue accents, right, that would match this gray, right? So I was just like, oh, this would be like a perfect scope for this build. And I think I'm 100% correct when I chose this. It's perfect. It's gonna be a perfect scope for this. My only question is, what does the reticle look like? I've never had a scope that is a 2x zoom. So oops, a little bit of accident there. I didn't click the right, but let's go ahead and just show this. Yes, so like I said, those accents right there, beautiful, beautiful. And the only thing I didn't like about the scope when I first saw it is the turrets are cap turrets. I personally prefer to have them capless. You could just take the caps off. Unless you're gonna be outside, it's not gonna matter. Personally, having quick access turrets is gonna be something that you want in the airsoft world, so that's gonna be a downside there. Another thing that is a downside is, just like I said, that initial zoom, which is going to be that 2x zoom that you see right there. So it's 2x. We're about to see. I've never had, like I said, I've never had a 2x zoom. Comes with nice caps, decent caps. Not the best, but they're decent. Let's see how that looks on the inside. So yeah, so this is gonna be something that I don't suggest to a lot of people. It is a great looking scope. I mean, as you can see, just the clarity there is great. But for indoors, that doesn't even seem like 2x to me. Yeah. So this is gonna be hard to use. This is gonna be more challenging to use than a lot of optics out there. It's a beautiful scope, absolutely love it, but it's going to be a challenge to use. So I haven't seen too many reviews on this lately, so I'll be doing a review. I'll put this on there. Let's put it on the rifle, and I'll show that in the next video on our Tinker Tuesday, and hopefully I'll get some more info for you. But beautiful scope, seems well made, love the feel of it, but it is a second focal plane, so that means that the reticle does not change in size, but that zoom, that 2x zoom, is too zoomed in. You really need that 1.5, and this is almost a increased 2x zoom. And the actual reticle, like the eye relief, doesn't seem to be something that I don't know if I'm going to be able to utilize that well. But until you put it on the actual rifle, there's no telling how this is actually going to be. But off of my first kind of just concept of just seeing it, the actual eye cup for the actual objective lens diameter is a little smaller than what I like, and the eye relief doesn't seem to be something that's going to be great. But we'll find out when we'll find out. So.